Eala captures Kooyong Classic crown. Melbourne, Filipino tennis ace Eala delivered a statement victory on grass after defeating Olympic silver medalist Donna Vekic in straight sets to rule the women's singles of the 35th Kooyong Classic, sharpening her form just days before the Australian Open. The 20-year-old Eala swept past the Croatian standout, 6-3, 6-4, in their rematch at the Kooyong Lawn Tennis Club to claim the Yvonne Goolagong-Coley Trophy, her sixth women's singles title in the annual exhibition tournament. Kooyong Classic organizers confirmed Eala's championship through a social media announcement, releasing photos of the Filipina receiving the trophy named after Australian tennis legend Yvonne Goolagong-Coley. "We are happy to announce the winner of the Yvonne Goolagong-Coley Trophy is Alexandra Eala," the Kooyong Classic said. "Congratulations to our women's 2026 Kooyong Classic champion." Now in its 35th year, the Kooyong Classic has featured a women's singles competition for only 6 editions, with Eala emerging as one of its most notable champions in the tournament's relatively young women's division. Eala topped a competitive field that, in previous editions, included former WTA world number 9 Mira Andreeva of Russia, former world number 17 and current number 70 Vekic, former world number 4 and current world number 10 Belinda Bencic of Switzerland, former world number 12 Yangina Wickmeyer of Belgium, and former world number 28 Rachel McQuillan of Australia. Her Kooyong triumph provides valuable momentum as Eala continues her build-up for the upcoming Australian Open, reinforcing her growing reputation as one of the Philippines' brightest tennis prospects. PN. The summer air at Kooyong carried a familiar hush, the kind that settles just before something special happens. Sunlight spilled across the grass courts like a promise, and in the stands, anticipation hummed softly. For decades, Kooyong had been a proving ground, a place where legends tuned their games and futures quietly announced themselves. On this day, it belonged to Eala. She walked onto the court not with the weight of expectation, but with the calm curiosity of someone ready to discover how far belief could take her. At just the right intersection of youth and resolve, Eala had already learned that tennis is not only a contest of strokes but of patience, nerve, and imagination. The Kooyong Classic crown would not be handed to her. It would have to be earned, point by point, breath by breath. From the opening games, there was a clarity to her movement. Her footwork skimmed the grass, light yet purposeful, as if she were reading the court's history beneath her shoes. The save, once a work in progress, landed with authority, setting up patterns that revealed a growing tactical mind. But it was her ground strokes that told the deeper story. Clean, confident, and unafraid. Each forehand carried not just pace, but intention. Kooyong has seen champions before, players who used the exhibition as a final rehearsal before the Australian Open spotlight. Yet Eala's run felt different. It wasn't about rehearsal, it was about arrival. In rally after rally, she demonstrated an understanding beyond her years, constructing points with patience and finishing them with precision. When pressured, she didn't retreat. She adjusted. What stood out most was her composure. Grass courts can be unforgiving, rewarding courage and punishing hesitation. Balls stay low, margins are thin, and doubt arrives quickly. Eala answered all of it with a steady gaze and a quiet resilience. When a point slipped away, she reset. When momentum swung, she met it head-on. There was no theatrics, only focus. For Filipino tennis fans watching from across the world, the moment carried extra weight. Eala has long been more than a promising junior or rising professional. She has been a symbol. From the courts of Manila to the academies abroad, her journey has represented possibility. Proof that excellence can be cultivated anywhere dedication is allowed to grow. At Kooyong, that possibility crystallized into achievement. The final moments of the match unfolded like a lesson in control. With the crowd leaning forward and the finish line in sight, Eala trusted her training. She served wide, followed to the net, and closed with a volley that seemed to hang in the air just long enough for realization to settle in. The Kooyong Classic crown was hers. Applause broke out, not the roaring thunder reserved for Grand Slam finals, but something warmer, more knowing. It was the applause of recognition. Those who understood the sport saw what this one represented. A player stepping into a new chapter, armed with confidence earned rather than imagined. As she lifted the trophy, there was a smile, measured, sincere, and unmistakably proud. It wasn't a smile of completion, but of continuation. Kooyong was not the destination. It was a marker along the road. Still, markers matter. They remind athletes, and everyone watching, that progress is real. In the days that followed, headlines would note the victory, analysts would dissect the performance, and fans would replay the highlights. But the true significance of Eala's Kooyong Classic triumph lived in subtler places, in the way she believed in her patterns under pressure, in the way she honored the moment without being overwhelmed by it, and in the way she carried herself like someone who knows this is only the beginning. Kooyong has always been a stage for possibility. This year, it crowned not just a winner, but a promise fulfilled, at least for now. And as the grass courts returned to quiet and the tour moved on, one thing felt certain. Eala had not simply won a title. She had announced herself, confidently and clearly, to the future.